Nicky got me rolling, got me shaking, got me aching, got me twitching, got me snitching, got me making a fuss. Nicky got me bowled over, got me over his shoulder, got me slapping, got me whacking, got me smacking my lips. Oh, Nicolas Cage, oh, Nicolas Cage, he's an international treasure of ours, yeah. Welcome back to Nicolas Cage International Treasure, Episode 8. Today we are without... No, it's Episode 8. We are without John. John is missing, although he was our correspondent when we were reporting on Ultimate Frisbee earlier today.
Yeah, he was a good correspondent. He was down in Birmingham for us on the scene.
Birmingham, USA.
Yeah, that was it. Not down, but over in Birmingham, so he was there for it. It's fine.
But instead of John, we have two lovely guests. The first time we've ever had three lovely guests. We have Adele.
Hi.
Hello, Adele. We have Ben.
That was good.
And we have Bruno.
Hi.
They're all joining us today for the film Never on Tuesday. This is a part of our Nicolas Cage extravaganza where we watch every single one of Nicolas Cage's films.
Nextravaganza.
Never on Tuesday.
It's the first time we've heard that was just off the dome.
Made in...
I'm an improv rapper in my spare time.
1988, directed by Adam Rifkin, written by Adam Rifkin, starring Claudia Christian...
Adam Rifkin, produced by Adam Rifkin.
Andy Lau, Peter Berg, Gilbert Gottfried, and for...
Hi there! I'm back from the dead to talk about the film!
And for 45 seconds, Nicolas Cage. The synopsis is... Two straights and a lesbian get stuck in the desert. You make the joke. How did we find the film?
Honestly, it was one of the better films we've watched. Up there with G-Force and all that kind of shit.
I think it was better than G-Force.
Yeah.
Definitely better.
Even though Nicolas Cage is only 45 seconds, it's still up there.
Yes,
absolutely.
Second
best. Only second to Lord of War.
Yeah, Lord of War is good.
No.
Alright, what's your best?
It's the best.
You think it's better
so
than
far?
Lord of War?
I think so.
But even for
what have we watched? I can't remember.
Lord of War. We've watched this.
We've got Face Off coming up. I think maybe
we watched Sorcerer's Apprentice, which I didn't mind.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
It's no Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Well, no. Right, okay, so Adele, Ben and Bruno, you watched the film, but you didn't really watch the film.
Yeah.
We've sort of reminded you a bit with the sort of need-to-know clips. But
basically, it starts off with two straight males in the 80s. They're in a car on a highway in California. Wanting the boobies of California, because that is that.
They're moving to LA to try and get
known
girls.
very well for their boobies.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what they want.
The California
and
boobies.
They get distracted having a fight in the car.
They're ruffling each other's hair.
Yes. The man who's
Stealing
glasses.
I'm
rather homoerotic.
That happens to be my king.
Ruffling hair. Was that Ben or Bruno?
Bit of both.
Don't break the bit.
The driver's glasses fall off and they smash into the side of the car of an oncoming
Tuesday.
Of Tuesday, who's driving I think it's a Volkswagen Beetle or something.
Something like that. The engine's in the trunk.
They have a slow motion spin out and they realise, shit, both of our cars don't work. But we both want to fuck the woman, even though eventually
she turns out to be a lesbian, and as of the times, one of the men thinks that they can turn the lesbian to straightism,
which everybody knows is, factually
accurate.
Correct.
Yeah,
absolutely. You just have to try really, really hard.
They just
stop them
found the right man.
I guess we have to admit there is a lot in this movie that modern day, if this was to come out, was not great.
It toes the line because there's also stuff about, like, one of them turns out to be a virgin as well, and there's stuff about, no, it's okay, you can be a virgin, like, it's not socially, like, ostracizing to be a virgin as well. But there's also the overarching thing of, I can turn her from gay to straight.
Yeah, that's a lot of the conversation.
But they don't.
They don't.
And that's what I like about is that she didn't just be like, fuck it, do you know what, we'll just go for it. I've actually been straight this whole time.
I did kind of expect
or
that
she
to
did
happen.
I just say that to guys because I want people to like me for my personality.
We actually have a lesbian in our midst. Like, Adele, can you speak on this issue?
I don't know, like, she comes up to me and she's like, if you're a lesbian, then I would up kind of thing. And I'm like, is that what you're meaning?
No, I meant... Never mind, it's okay.
What?
I don't know, just that... Sorry, I didn't mean to out you, fuck.
This is a
What do you
podcast first.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna get...
I keep saying names.
Yeah.
We can bleep them.
Let's not dox anyone.
We bring up people all the time. Man.
So he's like clearly gay, partly. But then there was one night he was like cuddling, laying on top, and he's like, I can be bisexual sometimes. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. But he is like a renowned creep. Let's
We
let's
can
bleep
cut
these
all
out.
this. Right. This film went straight to video.
Which is a fucking crime.
Can I talk about this because I found it online?
On you go.
Thank you, madam. Right, so what happened is this video was released by a the film was directed by a 20-year-old at the time, and it was back in
Adam Rifkin.
Yeah, back in 1988 or 89, can't really remember. The movie went straight to VHS rental,
which was common back then.
Yeah.
A lot of films would go straight to VHS.
Didn't go to cinema or anything. You could only rent it at like Blockbuster and shit. They eventually were going to release it on DVD, but the company that said they were going to do it went bust, so it never actually got to DVD. The reason we were only able to watch it is because some person put it on YouTube. Apart from that, we weren't going to see fuck all.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Daniel is currently rubbing coconut oil into his tattoo.
It's bepanthen. it's nappy rash cream.
No.
Coconut oil into the tattoo and coke into his butthole.
Do you put that on as you are a chef when your butt gets itchy due to chafing in the workplace?
Which one, coke or...
Nah, I just have to deal with the chafing and then walk like John Wayne at the end of the shift because I just don't. For anyone, like, obviously you can't see me, but there is no thigh gap. I thick.
Dummy thick.
I dummy thick.
I'm
Yeah.
at that point.
I'm not as thick as I was.
No.
I've lost a lot.
You've lost some thickness. For better or worse.
I've lost 3 stone since October last year.
A very brief
10
round of
inches.
A
applause.
brief round of applause.
Thank you.
Bruno, can you applaud too?
No, I don't think that kind of thing should be applauded.
Oh,
I don't celebrate people's personal achievements because I'm bitter and jaded.
Well, Bruno, you can sit back in the corner for now. We'll bring you out again later.
That's where I like to sit.
I know, and we like you to sit there as well.
No, I'm not going to do it.
We've actually got a sign that says Bruno's Corner. And there's actually got a segment in this called Bruno's Corner.
We'll bring it up
where
later.
Bruno describes exactly what he sees in the corner.
Oh, you don't want to know.
In the crevices of the room.
You stare into the abyss, and the abyss stares back into you.
It does, doesn't it?
Have I misquoted that?
Misquoted?
from?
I thought that was an original
No, it's
creation.
Like, it's Nietzsche.
Oh,
Nietzsche.
so Bruno's a little bit
pretentious.
Yeah. Quoting Nietzsche on us.
I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but yeah.
You know the philosopher that if Hitler had a Pinterest page, he'd have just lovely sunny backdrops of like Nietzsche quotes.
And his cousin, just pictures of his cousin, all her
So this film went straight to VHS, didn't it?
Yeah, it went straight to VHS because the company that wanted to make it to DVD didn't make it DVD because they went bust.
There were DVDs in 1988.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
So they went to VHS because it was the time, and then they were going to make a DVD a couple of years later, but then the company that was going to be make a DVD, they went bust. So the only reason this film sees the daylight is because someone in the universe decided they were going to record the VHS of it, and then eventually someone put it on YouTube, and it went that far.
It is on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to see this film, and it is a pretty good film, sort of like what is, destined to become a cult classic, I think, soon.
I think in the recent years it's become one, just with the Nicolas Cage part of it, even though he's only out for 40 seconds, it's become quite a
Yes. Nick Cage is in it for 45 seconds. The reason we do this podcast. Yes.
Does anyone need a lift?
Laughing. And then drives away. After the crash.
And he's got a long nose. Long.
So apparently...
Nose.
I have
adds
more
to the
facts to do with this point. So, the director of the movie, a year or two ago,
Adam
done
Rifkin, for anyone
Thank
who
you.
didn't listen to the
done
Rifkin
an
I wasn't
interview
listening, so
with
thanks.
Entertainment TV, or whatever the fuck they're called, and they were asking him a question about the film, and they asked him about Nicolas Cage specifically, because he was quite a big name now, and he was a big name back then. Turns out what happened is, they wanted big names at the time to come in and do small wee cameos, and they gave Nicolas Cage all free roam to do what the fuck he wanted. They paid him the money. They flew him out to, I think, wherever the desert was.
California.
Yeah, they flew him out to the desert and were like, "You can do what you want. Come if you want. Anything you want." He
Come if you want, Nick.
Nick.
He came with the
Don't
nose.
mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
He brought the fake nose
Are you
with him,
saying
and we're like,
that if I turn up here, you're gonna pay me the money?
You'll have to wait a minute.
"Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
gonna
fine.
come.
I'll do his voice.
I'm gonna come.
You gonna come?" Jesus Christ. Right.
Yes, my
Nick Cave.
Cura.
Nick Cave. Nick Cave turned up in the desert.
He came in the desert, as he did,
Yes.
with
All spindly.
Who
Yes.
hasn't?
he brought the fake nose with him.
Jizz in a marmot hole.
Sorry. Just like combo bitting over Kieran's like.
It's the
My
same.
brain is freaking out right now because I want to finish my sentence.
Spaff
I am interested. Please continue.
Right, sorry. So he
Spaff
came.
on a cactus.
So, right, we're gonna get to this
Spunk on a
point.
coyote.
The end of this podcast, I'm gonna finish my fucking sentence.
They're in danger.
They're not.
Might be.
Don't Google that.
Possibly. So he came out to the
He
desert.
came out to the desert.
Jizz on a tumbleweed.
Nobody else talk, okay? Just Kieran.
It's just Nick Cage in like a John Wayne up against the fucking empty street in a western. Tumbleweed goes past. He's like,
And he chases. No, he chases after it. He can't catch up to it. He's just jerking off for fucking days trying to catch up with his tumbleweed.
That's how he got his walk.
Going through
Pulled a muscle,
numerous fucking western movie sets. Fucking Clint Eastwood's like a
doing the good, the bad, and the ugly during the Civil War scene while they're fucking firing at each other. Nick Cage is just jerking off through it.
And then Clint Eastwood's like, well, if you gotta come.
Nick Cage comes in the desert. Kieran
comes in the desert. And the director's like,
No, Kieran, we're not interested anymore.
Bruno back in the corner.
please, no one else.
Back in the corner. Don't make me get the hose.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Nick Cage comes in the desert.
He brings the nose with him,
He does.
and they don't have any
Does he
idea
bring
he's
his
bringing the
own
nose.
glue?
Probably. He brings the nose, he brings the lines, he brings everything. There's certain sports car he shows up in.
A Ferrari or a
cherry red
Lamborghini or
Ferrari.
I think
is
it's a
for
Ferrari.
free.
what's that from?
It's from an Adam Sandler film called Bedtime Stories.
Right.
He puts the nose on, gets in the car that he's requested, does the lines without no one telling him what to do, and decides to
I don't
leave.
need
So
direction
improvs.
It's all improvised. He has the director has no idea. He just is there on the day, and he leaves. And about an hour later, he gets on the plane and fucks off. No one cares anymore.
And he is not the only little cameo in this film.
One question, because we've spoken about on G-Force, you said where the voice came from.
Yeah.
Do you know where that is? There anything about that?
So from what the director says, there's no mention of it. But all I'm going to assume is it's Nicolas Cage going, "I'm doing something." He probably got paid a boatload of money for it because I think it was Universal at the time.
So he was kind of a big name at this point.
Yes.
He'd done Vampire's Kiss, which is where most of the classic Cageisms come from.
He was added because of his name. If he wasn't a big name, they wouldn't have cast him. They wanted a big name to come and do something of his own in it.
He'd done Raising Arizona, which is the Coen Brothers film. And the Coen Brothers, this is, I think, before The Big Lebowski. Yes, environmental noise. Then, Bruno?
Amateur. Ugh.
We can't help it.
Oh, I just came. Okay, that's it.
Came on some tumbleweed, and there it goes. So Nick Cage, kind of the big name at this point, and the other cameos, the one and only
Gilbert Godfrey!
The man who never leaves his podcast.
No, he's
all
always
of
here.
podcasts.
Like,
We're digging him up from the grave tonight.
They shove their.
He's rotting in his coffin, and we're here talking about him selling a fucking brush.
He does. He turns up as a traveling salesman.
He actually drives past.
Lucky Larry Lopping.
And he tries to sell the three intrepid heroes a multifunctional brush.
four functions to
for
be,
the
to
low
be
price
specific.
of
$29.95, which he discounts.
from
Because he's going to
$49.95.
let him steal it, which in the biz we call that foreshadowing, because they got stuff stolen.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
No, a little biscuit.
You're a naughty little biscuit.
And so Gilbert Godfrey comes and goes, as did Nick Cage, and the intrepid heroes are left in the desert with no hope of escaping.
In the desert.
What does intrepid
Your
mean?
name,
Cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Stop!
How much we can sing this.
Stop! No fun!
You never... Bruno, back in the corner.
I was already in the corner.
So you're just shouting from the corner.
Yeah.
No, there's a corner within the corner.
It's a multi-dimensional
It's a fractal corner.
It's actually a room. You just get confused at the number of corners.
I don't know
You're
how.
used to one
I don't know
corner.
how 3 dimensions work.
I only work in 2-dimensional planes.
Did we enjoy
Bruno
this?
is actually a cardboard cutout.
Is he?
Bruno's a
Talk
cardboard cutout.
about
Listen
my
to
fucking
the-
sibling like that, alright?
We're furthering the lore of Bruno.
Bruno is a 2-dimensional being living in a 3D. I'm living in a material world.
I thought you were going to say,
expecting-
we all live in a 3-dimensional world. A 3-dimensional world. A 3-dimensional world.
This is Ramstein.
You were looking at me as if expecting me to join in there, and I was like, I really wasn't following it there
A
at all.
material. Is that Britney
Because I'm
Spears?
living in a material
Material
world.
Yes.
And I
Oh
am
yeah,
a
you butchered the
material
melody
girl.
there, man.
Wait, did you say is that Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Don't fucking shame Britney like that. That's fucking that bitch Madonna.
What?
That's Madonna.
They're both,
Material girl.
they're both great.
How did we find the film?
You've asked that like twice.
I know, but I don't know where else to go with this.
Well, I didn't even watch it, so I'm just here for
Yeah, I
the...
know. You're both just sort of sitting.
There was yeah, fucking contribute.
Come on. What did you think of the film?
Adele's
Yeah.
providing the laugh track.
Ben's fault.
Oh. Can't have silence in the podcast. Gotta keep fucking going.
Fill the air.
Oh,
Me?
no. Yeah.
Alright,
Both of
okay.
you. Come
Well,
on.
what I enjoyed about the film was that it provided a great backdrop for a conversation, and I didn't pay attention to any of it.
What did you
Although,
think?
oh no, actually, tell you what, the one thing that stood out to me is the sort of borderline avant-garde music that was just like, there was like parts of it I just like found fucking great. Like I'd fucking listen to that soundtrack.
Yeah.
It was great.
The soundtrack was very
I only
good.
noticed the pop hits.
Oh no, I was like,
I didn't notice the
I noticed
ambient.
none of it because I watched it on 2x speed.
Oh, you need to fucking watch the films on normal speed.
This is yeah.
You
Daniel does
have
this a
week.
lot.
You have a full 7 days to watch the film.
Yeah,
Few
but
weeks
it
in
was
this,
last
yeah.
night. I was fucking tired. I was like, I'm doing this in fucking 40 minutes.
you're speed running. What movie was it?
Although
Yeah,
I
the
did,
last time we filmed as well. We watched it before we started.
I put it to normal speed for the Nick Cage bit.
Yeah, the
and
40
also
seconds.
and
A whole
and
45 seconds.
and for Gilbert.
Okay.
And Gilbert.
No one else deserves normal speed.
That was probably the worst haircut of his that I've seen.
Gilbert.
Although
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
probably,
Also Nick Cage.
although I can probably think that Charlie
No,
Sheen
I
has
feel
had
like-
normal speed a lot.
Nicolas, the fucking, it was a good film overall.
I liked it. I really
for a man
liked
in
it.
his 20s during the or the man 20
Despite-
in the 80s, it was a very well done production film.
The dodgy politics, but like it seems like a proper like
They didn't bring up
culty
Reagan.
classic film.
They didn't bring
it's
up
like
fucking
three
Reagan or
people
anything
stuck
like
in the desert. And
Right,
it's
who's
like,
getting cancelled? Let's bring up the dodgy politics. I didn't notice any, so
what the
There was a lot
you
of
can turn a gay woman to a straight woman.
that's fine.
Yes, but but that
Bruno!
but they didn't. And then the one with the glasses was like, I don't want to change you, but I think you're a beautiful person.
Yes.
Which
He
was like,
was the
he
nice
acknowledged
one,
his
isn't it?
attraction of her, but also the fact that she was a lesbian. He's like,
but he
that's
still
cool, that's
had
cool.
weird sexual
Fucking kept
visions of her. They wouldn't show
Yes,
up. They
the
wouldn't
film
say
was
they're
punctuated
Oh,
by
yeah.
sex scenes.
I did notice that.
Some of them fucking hilarious, like when the nerdier guy and her, he imagines a sex scene where they're at a dinner, like a
Oh.
fancy dinner,
Yes.
and he's just saying to each of his friends, like,
How
your
ugly
wife is ugly.
And you tried to like.
And you, Eddie, your wife is the ugliest of them all. I expected better.
And then
from
they
you.
have sex on the table in front of all of them.
Oh God,
It's
what?
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
great.
is this a bit or like?
And then the sex scene when they're in the middle of the desert and there's just a bed, and then there's fucking child ballerinas skipping round them
Yeah.
as
it's
she
weird.
is fucking riding it.
That is a very weird scene.
It's
that
a very
we
weird
we
scene.
did discuss maybe
Is
not
it, wait, hang
talking
on,
about.
but is it a weird scene in the way that that Sia music video is weird? Like, is it
No.
kind
Kinda-
of your own?
well, they're not involved. They're facing away from the sex scene, so they're looking out. They're not seeing what's
They don't
going
get
on
to
on
see
the
it.
bed.
They don't get to see
But
it. actually.
there is full on breastage. Like,
There is
we're not
breastage.
talking tideful.
Tasteful titties.
No, we're not talking
Tits make me nervous.
We're not talking tasteful side boob. We're talking like there was free. It was hashtag free the nip.
It was, and there were children ballerinas dancing
And
around.
everyone
which was
knows
strange.
that breasts are for adults, not for children, ever. No functionality for children whatsoever. They're
Yeah,
only
they
for
don't serve
men.
a purpose.
And Adam Rifkin, I don't know about
They
the
are
rest,
fun sacks.
the rest of his career. He hasn't done anything standout other than he was a writer on Small Soldiers.
Yes.
Oh my
You
god.
really say
Small
that?
Soldiers is fucking good. I like
That was
Small
like
Soldiers.
I grew up watching that.
Small
That's
Soldiers was great,
Oh my
right?
god, I just had a blast of nostalgia.
Oh,
I'm gonna
this
cry.
is
I'm gonna cry and come.
Coming from nostalgia. That's what everyone does at Gamescom when they see Star Wars games. It's coming from
I bet,
nostalgia.
Sad that.
But yeah, Small Soldiers, a great wee film about action figures.
Is it
that
actually
comes
stop
from-
motion? That like
Parts of it.
Is it?
Part,
Or
it's part stop motion and part live action.
no, but I mean like is it all the soldiers? They're stop motion. It's not like CG.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch it. Good wee film.
I've not watched it in a while. So
He wrote one of my favourite films,
Oh.
Mouse Hunt.
Oh my god,
He
that's
wrote
so
Mou-
good.
He wrote Mouse Hunt.
A Disney film with
you must have.
Yeah, I saw Mouse
Yeah.
Hunt. Yeah, who was it? Was it
Lee Evans and Nathan Lane.
Lee Evans?
clearly
It's
we've
the-
realised
it's the
he's
one
a better
where
writer
the-
than director.
I just liked it because I thought the concept of like a ball of string
Yeah,
with cheese
string
is just
cheese
fucking brilliant.
Looks so tasty. All the different flavors they invented and stuff. But no, they completely fucking destroyed a house. Like that was like pure slapstick comedy. I'm not like big on that kind of sort of stuff, but that was like
It was fucking
that was
good.
top notch.
It was like adult Home Alone.
Yeah,
But
but with a
instead-
mouse and two angry chefs.
Yeah, I mean, like, when the
two
guy's,
angry
like-
chefs, or were they
They
exterminators?
were grieving sons. About their dad had just was it their dad?
Yeah, I mean, he looked like an absolute. It was actually kind of really scared me as a child. He looked like a corpse.
But he was
Don't
he
remember
was
that.
he was a string magnate. He'd
Right.
made his
My
money in
dying
string.
wish is that my sons go into the string industry. Here, my son, take this string. I will take it, Papa. Give me this string,
No, he-
That, I was fucking there. That's the fucking best impression that there's been on this podcast. That was fucking great.
The string.
That was fucking great.
Love getting shut
I was
down.
Yeah, fuck off, Nathan. Get the fuck off, alright? Okay, I'm king of this podcast now.
I'm on a
It's a
fucking
coup.
nostalgia trick. Fucking, I hope you choke on that fucking drink.
Oh.
It was a very much. It's a family-friendly podcast.
I love how Kieran is
This
just
is not
flicking
a
through
family
YouTube
friend.
at this point.
Kieran's trying to find a scene. Just keep talking.
Right, what did we think of Nick Cage's performance? The man we are here to talk about, who's in it for 45 seconds.
I don't know why he had a prosthetic nose. I don't know why it added to his character.
Because Kieran explained, he brought it along.
It was Nicolas
do
Cage's
whatever
idea.
you
It
want.
was
But,
Nicolas
I mean,
Cage's
like, what did that
idea.
add to his character?
I don't know. He just thought
It
it was quite
looked
good.
odd, and it was surreal.
It was
45
fucking horrific.
seconds,
Which
very
add,
surreal.
which just because it was a very surreal film. It kind of reminds me of. Have you guys ever seen the Samuel Beckett play Waiting for Godot?
I was
No.
actually in a play, like an adaptation of it, when I was as a part of a youth theatre.
Were you
Does this
Godot?
not like sort of remind you of they're waiting on or they just spend the whole film waiting? on
Yeah,
this
I mean,
one
it's like
thing?
they're kind of sort of in a sort of a. I mean, obviously. Oh wait, are they broken down the entire time?
Yeah, and,
Alright, okay,
in
yeah,
amongst the waiting, they have these
Yeah,
random conversations about life,
but there's no pathos.
and then
so, like,
random people show up.
I think like
It's
Waiting for Godot
this is
is like-
it's very Becketty.
Oh, okay. So there's some theatrical
Oh,
inspiration for this song. perhaps?
is that like I haven't actually watched the film. Is there like actually any sort of I don't know philosophical like value to the film? Do you think? Is there?
I think
It's okay
it's
to be a virgin
portrayed
is the
as
philosophy.
and
it
Uh,
tackles
and
social
and
issues.
it's okay for women to be lesbians,
Yes.
as long as like men
even
say
if,
so.
even if they are attractive and have nice legs, they can still be lesbians.
Absolutely.
That's the
Amen.
Amen.
a woman.
A woman having sex with a
woman.
Another woman.
is okay.
It's okay to be gay. Cheers!
I don't
Thank you.
have a drink.
Do you want some more wine?
I want some wine.
I'm sorry.
What vintage is this? Sorry.
This is a 2021.
That's fine. Wait, I need to.
He's swirling in his skull glass, sniffing.
I'm getting.
He is anally extracting.
I'm getting.
Anally leaking.
It's all over the carpet.
I'm getting pished.
Okay.
Did you actually get
Are you
any?
good? Right, that's all
Mish,
you
mish,
get
mish, mish,
because
milk.
that's
I'm
No,
curious.
I was tasting. I was just nosing.
right. So Nick Cage's
Smell
performance.
it.
Holy fuck!
It's a good year that one. Good year.
Trying to get this on track.
I've actually I've
Just
got a
sniffing
whole,
wine like perverts.
I have a whole.
I'm gonna go.
It smells like fucking ethanol. What the Oh.
That's not what you want to get from.
I think that's what the
No, I
glass was
think that's
cleaned
like,
from.
that's why it's from Little A.
All right, you fucking
Oh.
I'm Bruno, fucking coming out from the corner with his controversial.
hates the working class.
Bruno is a bit of a wine snob.
Fuck the proletariat.
Bruno.
Marks and Spencer.
Marks and Spencer.
Marks and Spencer's is just a poor man's Waitrose.
Right.
I have a thing to
What
go
did
on
we
to.
think of Nick Cage's
Very,
performance?
very
It was pretty good. Can I move on to my bits? I've been,
No,
I've
wait,
been
hang
lighting
on.
this
Like,
up for a while.
why did he seem like he was in a mental breakdown? Do you think he just killed a person? Do you
Hey,
think that,
Flown out
They
to-
could do a sequel. It's that time of the
I
year where
want
they
like
do
a-
sequels for a long
like a
time.
full sort of like I don't know?
Spin off.
Yeah, like just
With
I want
Nick
to know
Cage's character.
the lead up and then the aftermath of that chance encounter.
Yes.
Because he seemed like he
was unhinged.
Yeah, like I mean, like he seemed like he was about to cry the entire time, but he was like
He was a
lending,
bit deranged.
lending like a hand of altruism, or just offering to help his fellow man. But was it so that he could kill
Square
them and
even.
eat them and
Oh.
then rape them?
Eat them after, rape them after he'd eaten them.
Puts his dick in the food.
Sticking my dick in the poop.
So much of this needs cut.
Freestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll
My, boy, my boy's about to spit.
Dick in the poop.
Here we go. Here we go.
Waka, flocka.
Adele,
Daniel,
what
shut
did you
the fuck up.
think of Nick Cage's performance?
I don't know. I like watched it, but it didn't register in my head really.
Brilliant.
Right.
It was the visual equivalent of white noise.
Like,
Okay.
I've seen his
My
I've seen
Starship
his nose.
Enterprises.
Yeah.
Huh?
my feelings on his performance can be done in 3 words. It's Laurence Olivier. Who?
I think
Yeah,
that's too clever. a reference to me.
Actually, if we're going to do it correctly, we're going to go Laurence Olivier. Whom?
I don't understand. I don't understand your highbrow comedy. This is not the place for it.
Laurence Olivier.
Yeah, I know who he is. He was in Gladiator.
Please tell me you're confusing Russell Crowe with
That
Laurence
old
Olivier.
cunt, Oliver Cromwell.
Oliver Twist. Hello, Governor.
He was the cunt who got CGI'd into Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Oliver Reed.
Oliver Reed.
Wait,
That's
somebody
what
was
I'm on about.
CGI'd into
He,
that.
no, he wasn't CGI.
Yeah, he
just
was. When he died, he got CGI'd in.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, because
Stop! Because otherwise
just
you're going to
filmed-
reach a pitch that
Where
will
we
be
wake the
unbearable
neighbours.
for years. It's happened before.
No, they
Okay,
just-
I can't
they-
pay for
they-
reconstructive surgery again.
They,
Bruno, back.
They filmed him from behind during his death. That's
Yes,
how
it
they
is.
got round it. That's how they got round it.
Adele's bowing out.
Right, we're going to talk.
There's the laugh track? Can you just continue laughing? Just like
That's fine, we'll edit it
occasionally
in.
just maniacally laugh in the bathroom.
Close the door. Can't hear us.
Right,
What do you want
we're-
to talk
Just
about?
maniacally laugh in the bathroom.
Daniel, shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about this bit, then we can finish the podcast after. We're just going to talk about it because
Maniacally
it's
bath,
fucking
the
something to talk
bathroom,
about.
bath,
Oh!
The bathroom takes us back in the bathroom.
This
laugh
is
in the bathroom.
unlistenable.
Wait,
Yeah,
hang on.
we
Kieran,
can't
what would
set
you like?
Wait,
this
no,
up.
hang on. We're stepping on everybody, like each other's bits.
Yeah,
like,
we
need
can't
to,
keep
like-
this going.
There needs to be
We
something.
Bitception.
We haven't talked about the movie in about 10 minutes now. We have
I
to
don't
talk.
care about the movie. I don't watch it.
I know you didn't, but we do.
We have to talk about
This is
it.
our job. We don't get paid, but this is our job. Kieran.
Right, we're going to talk about the fucking makeup stuff, right?
In the zombies.
Yeah, because the guy who done it is actually an Oscar
Did
winner.
he do the Thriller video?
No, he went on to do Batman Forever, Waterworld, Ben
Batman
in
Forever.
Black.
Is that the one with? No, that's not the one with.
Stop
Bruce and
interrupting. I can tell that Kieran's the straight man. He's the focal. He's the I don't know. He's the strong.
Don't deconstruct our algorithm.
Thank
on
you.
the
He's the
podcast.
strong and stable part.
Right.
Yeah,
of this
he's the
podcast.
one we play off.
Yeah, he went on to the Bruce Almighty, Dawn of
Batman
the
Forever
done
was
Dawn of the
awful.
Dead. He done Evan Almighty, Get Smart, and then he went on to do Mission Impossible, Cabin in the Woods, a bunch of fucking new shit, and American
A
Horror
bunch
Story.
of new shit doesn't.
American Horror
whittle it
Story,
down.
but he won a bunch.
Cabin
of,
in the Woods.
Yeah.
Dunkirk. He's done fucking everything.
Yeah, he went on to do it, but he took.
Pay attention.
This was
Sorry,
only
I
one of
need
the
to-
first things they ever done makeup to artist on, right? So look at that from 1989. That's a pretty good
It's
fucking
beautiful.
zombie,
It's actually really good.
right? Take that for example, and this man is taking
We're
a
looking
fucking
at a zombie in the zombie scene where the nerdy guy is telling a ghost story at the campfire.
The lighting's
and
fantastic.
And the whole thing in the ghost story is that everything he's describing starts happening.
Wait,
And it's
hang on.
quite a good little meta moment in the film. Because he could just tell the ghost story and everyone gets scared, but they bring in the fog and, it's
And
comical.
They
and
crawl at the zombies start pulling out the sand in the ground, and it's very well done. Especially Dawn of the Dead type shit, which he also goes on to
Night
work
of the
on.
Living Dead, all that shit.
Yeah, so it's a very well done movie. Like it's not like a movie that it's not a movie. I don't think it's a movie that should have just went to
No,
VHS.
Wait,
it
so-
deserves more credit than it's
why,
got.
why did they go to VHS and not get?
because it was a very small
It was a
production
big
film.
thing in the 80s.
They did.
Like, a lot
Sorry,
of the time
I
that
know that you explained at the start.
They didn't make much. It didn't make a lot of money. It didn't have a lot of money going into it. So their best option was to straight it to VHS. I think it was Universal that had the rights to it, or that was the one putting money into it. They put a lot of money into it though. So they put it straight to rental VHS, which would have went to Blockbuster type shit and
Yeah.
sat in a back corner somewhere. That
as
no
far
one
as
touched.
I understand, there was a lot of opportunities in the 80s for like unknown filmmakers to make films and for them to get a contract with a bigger studio for it not to be shown in cinemas, but for them to be able to show it, just get straight to Blockbuster, all these video rental stores. Don't vape on the podcast. I've shouted at Daniel for this.
I didn't.
But
What the fuck? You're delusional. I'm
But-
gonna gaslight the fuck out of you.
so this film was one of those that went straight to VHS.
The guy who done makeup went to win an Oscar in Men in Black and The Nutty Professor for best makeup in
The Nutty Professor, that's Eddie Murphy playing 12 different
Nutty
people.
Professor from
Yeah.
Best
Why?
Nutty Professor won
That's
Best
his,
Makeup.
like, Austin Powers, right?
He was a
Oh,
nominee
it's
for American
Well, no,
Horror
he
Story. and
plays,
much
like,
other
every
stuff.
Yeah,
character.
but I mean, it's like
Eddie He doesn't. Mike Myers doesn't play.
He's
that many
been-
characters in-
Yeah.
In Austin Powers, yeah,
Oh
he
my God,
plays
you
like
need to
every
rewatch that,
fucking
man.
character. He plays Fat Bastard, he plays Goldmember, he plays Dr. Evil, he plays Austin Powers, he plays fucking everyone.
Did you
Yeah,
say
not
Goldmember?
but it's not me.
Yeah, it's him.
No.
And Dr. Evil, like
Yeah, no, but it's not like Eddie Murphy did, where he was every character.
No, alright.
Oh, right.
He
was-
played a
yeah.
whole family.
Right,
Alright,
okay.
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 You knew what
Guy's
you were
got
saying.
range.
Okay.
Pedantic.
We didn't have Seth Green.
Smoking
the
a-
issue.
smoking a
You need
packet.
Seth Green for that kind of thing.
Bong and crap.
Please-
Adele,
please
opinions
tell me
on
this
Austin
isn't the kind of
Powers.
podcast where people do references.
God.
Cigar and a what? I'm
That's
sorry.
all
but
we do.
Yeah, that's most of my personality. It's just film references.
Right.
And
Like, I'll do film references at work, and people are like, "Do you leave the house?"
Smash out a Gilbert Godfrey. Oh, you.
Oh fuck!
my
I
God.
fucking
God.
stumbled.
Gilbert Gottfried involved in.
That was his. That was his.
asphyxiation.
That was his death. His death.
What's
his
the-
death
what's
rap.
Oh my
What's
God! Like the moment it was dead.
That was
What's the chokey wank called?
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh,
That's the one.
I missed out.
So that's Gilbert Gottfried.
You are
performing
missing
I meant to say I missed out a word. But, yeah, I think I am missing out. I'm gonna give it a go tonight.
What are your favourite films? We've got Eternal Sunshine. We've got
I like Marvel movies a lot.
which Marvel movie?
What's the Spider-Man, to be honest?
The Spider-Man. I've not
Yeah.
seen
Who's
the
the
new
best
Spider-Man.
Spider? Rank your Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Probably the first one, Tobey Maguire.
And
And Tom Holland. I've never.
who's
What's
second?
the Garfield guy?
Andrew
Andrew.
Garfield.
Yeah, never been like a big fan of him.
He's
So
good
you
in
guys-
silence.
Huh?
He's good in silence.
He's also good in
Martin
Hacksaw Ridge.
Scorsese.
Hacksaw Ridge is a good film.
Directed by
He's not
a
good in Spider-Man.
anti-Semitic
Who directed it?
Mel Gibson.
Fuck off, then. Mel
I
Gibson.
think so. Yeah.
But he didn't
Yeah.
make me emotional in the last Spider-Man.
Bruno's
No,
favorite
Hacksaw-
film
wasn't
is
Hacksaw
Irreversible by Gaspar Noé.
What is that?
It was
Look it
Mel
up.
Gibson.
Look it up and make sure you watch it all when you're in a really bad mood, like when you're feeling really sad.
You sure
Hey,
Bruno's
we need to say
favorite film isn't Neon Demon?
Irreversible.
like Mel Gibson may have
Oh,
made.
no,
pronounced irreversible.
The joke fell flat because it's the most harrowing film in existence.
What film?
Irreversible.
Has
by-
Bruno seen Ivan's Childhood?
Stop! I'm talking about Irreversible, alright? Okay, just let me do my fucking spiel about that. I don't want to talk about it actually because it's too horrible.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us for
Thank
Nicolas
fuck.
Cage International Treasure. Kieran's happy for it to be over.
It's done. I had a lot of shit built up for this.
Well
place,
done
but-
on you if you made it through the whole fucking thing. Someone
No
fill
one
for a
did.
little bit, please. Someone.
There's a discount code of thank fuck for doing my
It's the proletariat.
Join us next time for Nicolas Cage's first ever appearance in a film for Fast Times at
Fast
Ridgemont
Times
High.
in Ridgemont.
Hoy. Ridgemont Hoy.
Hoi.
Oh,
Hoi.
Jesus
Hoi.
Christ.
What?
Hoi.
Finish it.
Hi. I'm Hi.
I'm Nathan.
Kieran, fucking.
And who am
I don't know.
I? Daniel.
Adele.
I'm Ben. I'm Bruno. I'm probably not gonna come back because you guys are cunts.
We think the same about you.
Fuck off.
You're.
Get out and never come back.
Gladly, but actually I'm gonna stay here just to spite you.
You can. You don't pay rent.
Squatters.
Squatters right.
Goodbye and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.
Nigga got me pulled over his shoulder, got me slapping, got me rocking, got me smacking my lips. Oh, Nicolas Cage, oh, Nicolas Cage is an international treasure of ours, yeah. Oh, Nicolas Cage.
At least 4 Pratts.
It's fucking it's fucking good.
Is there a scene where he brings up his son's cum?
I miss John. John grounds us.
No, but
John
there's a
brings
scene
us
where
to
We didn't
earth
even get to
and
finish.
keeps us
No,
going.
there's a scene where he's silent